About 3,500 years ago, God confronted a man named Abram and gave him a new name, Abraham, and told him that even though you're childless, I'm going to make you the father of a great people, a people that I will call my chosen people. Those are the Israelites. But for what were the Israelites actually chosen? Was it to be the sole recipients of some great blessing of the Lord? Not by a long shot. The Israelites were chosen to be the people through which God would reveal his attributes, his nature, and his expectations to the whole world. You see, he had to show the world through some group, and he chose the Israelites. Now, here's why that's important for you. While there are some things in the Old Testament, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, the first 5 books of the Bible, there's some things there that are written specifically for the Israelites. Like when he tells them, cross the Red Sea to escape the Egyptians, he's talking specifically to them, not to you. But when God speaks about his hopes and his dreams and his expectations in the Old Testament, he's not just talking about those for the Israelites. Those are words for you. Those are words so that you can know what God sees in you and what he has planned for you in relationship with him. Here's specifically something I want you to look at this week. It's Isaiah chapter 62, verse 3. God gave the prophet Isaiah words to speak to the Israelites and to you when he said, "You will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God." A diadem is just another name for a crown of splendor. And God says you will be a crown of splendor in his hands. Now, why that's important is because a crown has value for a couple of reasons. First, a crown has value intrinsically because of the materials and the stones from which it's made. I mean, a crown is made of precious stones and diamonds and gold and whatever else. It's valuable simply because of how it was made. And so are you. God ascribed value to you simply in how he made you because you're made in his image. But secondly, a crown has value because the king ascribes his majesty to the crown. A crown that a king wears is not simply a headdress. It represents his glory and his majesty and his authority. God has ascribed majesty to you, some of his majesty to you. You are precious to him, highly valuable to him. And there's 2 reasons why that's important for you this week. One is because you live in a culture that will never affirm this. There is nothing naturally occurring in life that says you're valuable. You matter because of who you are and whose you are. So when you experience the lies of our culture that say you're only as good as your last performance, you're only as good as the results you produce, you need to fight that off with the truth, which is the Word of God, that you are indeed, as a follower of Christ, a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God. And then secondly, you need to act like a crown of splendor. You need to act and live thoughts, words, and actions in a way that is worthy of the majesty that God has ascribed to you. Assess your life. Think about how you're living. Are you living as one who knows that you are valuable because God has made you? And are you living in a manner worthy of the majesty that God has given to you? Now this week, if you're local, I want to encourage you to come to our Parenting University. It's a new series I'll be starting on Sunday. If you're not local, I want to encourage you to go to crossbridgecommunitychurch.com. Go to the resource page. You can sign up for our podcast to get regular MP3 notifications. You can also watch the video of our Sunday messages there online. Have a great week.